When Mike and I were kids, we had this one friend who introduced us to all kinds of games that we never knew existed on the GameCube. Mario Kart, where you controlled 2 characters, a Mario Party game with a microphone, Donkey Kong with bongos, even a simple little Naruto game blew our minds. But there was one game that he showed us that the two of us hated. Pikmin. We remember our friend was really excited to show us this game, as it was one of his favorites. But Matt and I were checked out. Let's go outside! But are the Pikmin games really that boring? After Nintendo announced Pikmin 4 and that it was going to be released in 2023, we felt it was our duty as Nintendo fans to once and for all play the Pikmin series. So we officially made 2023 the year of Pikmin. Our goal was to beat all 4 mainline games before the year ends. Sounds easy. The first game we started off with was Pikmin for the GameCube, the original. Captain Olimar is on vacation, just out here driving his spaceship in peace. If we had to guess, he's probably bumping to some classical jazz. He had to be getting down because there's an oncoming meteor. Pay attention! We collide. Our ship takes an immediate nosedive straight into the uncharted planet. Pieces fly off our spacecraft, scattering them in different directions. Great. Now we're standing on some unknown planet. Being isolated wasn't even the worst of it. The oxygen here is poisonous, and our life support systems only have 30 days left before it will fail and we'll be stuck here forever or die. Dang! We didn't know Pikmin was a hardcore survival horror game. Holy shit. We need to find all 30 parts that broke off our ship in 30 days or less. We immediately stumble upon a strange object that doesn't look like a spaceship part at all. We called it an onion. This thing spits out a seed. We pull it out from the ground and by golly, it's a living specimen. You will be called a Pikmin, Olimar said. We're gonna name you John. We can already tell that we're gonna be best friends. We made friends with even more Pikmin after feeding the onion colored pellets. Now we can move this cardboard box. Beyond the box was our engine. The little Pikmin carried it back to the Dolphin, and now we can lift off again. Though our ship isn't powerful enough to fly back home. For now, we can only hover around in the sky. The day ends, and our search will continue tomorrow in a nearby forest that we spot from high up. So on day 2, we, and along with the onion, head to the Forest of Hope. Pikmin are awesome. They're like a man's best friend. Loyal and obedient. They can perform tasks that we're unable to do, listen to us when we blow our whistle, and fight. Fight? Come on, we already have plenty of complications to deal with. But now we gotta add watch out for creatures who want to kill you on the stress list? Oh, but enemies aren't all we have to fight. We also have to 1v1 the sun itself. Yeah, we're being timed. Each day lasts roughly 13 minutes, so we had no time to waste or panic. We spotted our second ship piece that was guarded by a couple of baby ball boars. Alright, John, let's show these bastards how it's done. John, no! John, no! No, why? John, no, come on, you were supposed to make it to the very end, John, no. Alright, John, we won't let your death be in vain. This mission is dedicated to you. We retrieve our eternal fuel dynamo, and shortly afterwards, the sun started to set. A 10-second countdown pops up, inviting panic and anxiety to come over to torture our minds. We run around gathering our wandering Pikmin, because if they're not in the safe zone by sundown, the hostile nocturnal creatures will wake up and prey on our beloved Pikmin. On day 3, Mike and I made another remarkable discovery. A yellow onion with yellow Pikmin. Whoa. These little guys are lighter and can be thrown higher. They also have a concerning fascination with bombs. They act like a 2-year-old when you give them a piece of candy. Bomb rocks can either be used as weapons or to blow up obstacles to open up new pathways to venture off in. This pathway led to our trusty whimsical radar that allows us to see where ship parts are located when viewing the map. We had a bit of trouble returning this part. We were ambushed. We kept constantly walking into the part, which caused the description text box to pop up every time. Yeah, we know what the whimsical radar does. And brought it back to the SS Dolphin with 4 seconds left. Dang. 3 days in, and this game was causing us more stress than 1 semester of college. We absolutely bombed day 4 by getting a big old 0 parts. Though we managed to obtain 2 parts in the next 2 days, like the Nova Blaster. Where was this when that meteor was heading straight for you, Olimar? Since we collected 5 parts, our ship had just enough power to fly to a new area. We were still missing a lot of parts in the Forest of Hope, but we can always come back. Day 7. We traveled down to the Forest Navel, a claustrophobic dark cave with multiple paths that twist and turn. There's sandy terrain and pools of water to explore in. In one pool of water, we discovered yet another colored onion, a blue one with blue Pikmin. They have the ability to survive and walk underwater. If you didn't know, red and yellow Pikmin, they can't swim. We didn't spend a whole lot of time down here in the navel. After finding 2 parts, we wanted to go back to the Forest of Hope to collect the remaining 4 pieces. Because of a little something called OCD. We enjoy order. With the help of our new blue friends, we were able to gather parts we couldn't before because of the water hazards. The final ship piece we got was the Gigar counter. In order to get this one, we had to defeat a giant bird snake boss. After a long and gruesome fight, it didn't drop the Giger thing like we expected it to. We fought the wrong one. There's 3 of them here, so we recklessly took down the correct one, losing 50 Pikmin in the process. Sorry. Our surviving Pikmin carried the Giger counter back, with Daylight on the verge of vanishing. And that night, after witnessing what Olimar wrote in his space log, we wrote another entry into our own diary. He has a family. Oh, come on, Nintendo. You gotta stop messing with emotional strings, man. If we don't get him back to his wife, kids, and dog, we're gonna be the ones responsible and have to live with that regret for the rest of our lives. And then everyone's gonna know what we did to that poor man and give us stank eyes. We'll be outcasts, shunned from society. With pressure on full max, we went back to the impact site where we killed a McNugget looking boss and stole the last part from a snapping clam. Then back to the forest navel. Man, I spent 4 days down here, but it felt like an entire week. Now, the puzzles for a couple were satisfying to figure out, although we believe we did some of them wrong. The main issue here wasn't the puzzles, it was the enemies. For some reason, we felt like it was bad to lose a lot of Pikmin, like it would affect us severely as we progressed. Alright, we made it to the final boss, and we only have a total of 7 Pikmin. Well, I think we have to start the entire game over, but you could just easily get more. One piece of advice for all you Pikmin virgins out there, don't get attached to your Pikmin. They're replaceable. We held a funeral for John, so when we lost a dozen in the blink of an eye, we reset the game. Pikmin is the type of game that seems more challenging and satisfying if you play the entire thing in one go. Like a it is what it is kind of experience. Yeah, but we lost track of how many times we reset during our playthrough. We were scared of wasting days. We can't be the only ones who played like this. The last day in the naval was tricky. We rolled up our spacesuit sleeves thinking we could snag the final 2 parts here in one day. In order to do that though, we needed to defeat 2 bosses. Oh boy. A task that we simply weren't skilled enough to handle. We sucked. Another round of resets for us and the buzz. Though we did end up pulling it off and we felt cool. Like add that to a Twitter bio kind of cool. 3 areas complete, on to the 4th area. The distant spring. The first thing we noticed here was how soothing and serene the music is, which is exactly what we needed. Some peace. Distant spring was absolute chaos. The day was already halfway over after we got a massage machine. We thought we got some time to squeeze in one more, so we killed this annoying puffy blowhog who had our Instellar radio. Come on, we need that for our jazz. Alright, well, only one thing left to do. Carry it back. Come on, little guys, you got this? Yeah, we kind of ran out of time 2 feet away and reset. Maybe we should have fed our Pikmin nectar to make them go faster. So we tried the same plan again. This time, we were able to execute it like Pikmin gaming gods. On day 18, we received the Worst Dad Award in the mail. We were carrying our Zirconium rotor back on day 19 while ordering a massage machine on the side because, here we go again. 10-second countdown. No, come on, they got it. They got it. You're kidding. What? Come on, ref. That's bullcrap. That's a first down. Are you kidding me? Look at the Jumbotron. First down all day. After putting away our challenge flag and getting 2 ship fragments on day 19 part 2, Olimar wrote in his little space diary about how much he is suffering here and wonders if he will ever see his family again. Probably not because of all this resetting we're doing. We might as well just accept defeat and wait peacefully for our life support systems to run out. No, what are we thinking? We can't give up now. Look, we only need 6 parts and there's 11 days left. That's plenty of time. On day 20, we infiltrated a huge armor beetle's tree stump base and fought for our lives for a ship part that it had in its possession. A lot of red Pikmin fell in battle that day. Rest in peace, John the 42nd, John the 43rd, John the 44th. Olimar's ship log that night made us believe even more. We can do this. Day 21 was no doubt the most stressful and time-consuming day yet. If you travel up north, there are 2 parts that are close by to each other. We got the Ionium jet with no issues. However, we had no idea what we were doing during the retrieval of the Chronos reactor. The part is too high to reach with blue Pikmin, meaning we needed yellows. But you can't bring yellows to this area because you have to cross a body of water. Luckily, there's a flower nearby called a candy pop bud. We made it this far into the game and had no clue how these things work. Tossing red and blue Pikmin into yellow candy pop buds will transfer them into yellow Pikmin, and you get the main idea. By the time we figured this out, there wasn't any time. We tried again, didn't have enough yellows, freaked out, get the thing, convert back to blue, carry it back, they get ambushed. Oh cool, and now there's a giant wall block in the way to get back to the ship. Forget the Ioni jet thing, this is a 1-part kind of day. Change of plans now. We had to find bomb rocks, blow up the wall, kill the enemies, cross the water, throw the blues, change them into yellow, throw the yellows, convert back to blue, pass the controller to Mike because I was hyperventilating, carry the part back, return the Chronos reactor back to the Dolphin before sundown. Oh man, it's over. And we still have 4 parts to collect. God damn it. We did encounter a bit of accident on the next day. However, we ended strong by collecting 2 parts. Woo! 2 more to go. On the following day, we secured the UV light to make it 29 parts. The last piece is in an area called the final trial. Since there were a handful of days left, we spent one of them accumulating as many Pikmin as possible before heading there to build up our army of Johns. The final trial is like taking a final exam. We learned all this material mumbo jumbo crap with our Pikmin over the course of 24 days to unleash it all before we forget everything. So the trial looks like this. There are 3 branching paths, one for each color of Pikmin. We had to utilize their skills in order to make it to the end, where the final part lies just beyond this gate. We were doing fine and all, except it was incredibly time consuming. Whenever we would get them all together, the day was practically over. Oh yeah, and we still had a whole final boss to fight. We'd barely take a wedge off his HP wheel and the day would end. So we'd reset like cowards, wondering, how is this even possible? We didn't know that we were supposed to do the whole trial portion and the day, come back the next day to fight the final boss. Not only is this a lengthy fight, but it's a difficult one if you're a Pikmin virgin noob like us. After failing 3 or 4 times, we had to chalk up a strategy. Sacrifice. Bomb rocks are the key to winning. If he gobbles one up, it'll detonate inside him and cause him to be immobilized. The perfect window to do an all-out attack. We could have simply thrown out our yellow Pikmins, tell them to place the rock, and then call them back. But we were freaking out, okay? So you just sacrificed him. The slobbering fool kept falling for our bait. He was snacking those explosives and a few Pikmin along the way like it was an after-school snack. We were a sliver away from winning and switched gears from playing patient to just going all out for the win, abandoning our bomb rock strategy. The Emperor snaps, going absolutely bananas, leaping high into the air and crushing our Pikmin. It was a horrible sight. I can't look. The sun was setting, our finger hovering, massage machine ordered. It was over. But then, when we least expected it, the Emperor jumped onto a poor yellow Pikmin that was holding a bomb rock. Boom! The bomb rock set off. The Bobbleaxe vomits out the final piece and buries its own grave to join the 85 Pikmin that unwillingly gave up their lives. All for our piggy bank. We'll never forget you, Tom. With all 30 parts collected, we say goodbye to our friends and launch up into space. But don't worry, we taught them everything they needed to know in order to fend for themselves, because seconds after we left, they start wailing on a bubble orb. This journey took us 26 days. Finally, it's done. Olimar flies back home to see his family back at planet Hocotate. Well, not so fast. The story in Pikmin 2 continues right after Olimar leaves this alien planet. He's bumping his usual jazz on his flight home. Finally, planet Hocotate. Then 5 minutes later, we had to go back to the planet that almost took our lives. Here's a little drama rundown. The company we work for is in debt, all thanks to the new employee Louie, who messed up his first mission. Our boss had to sell off the company's only asset, our SS Dolphin that we spent 26 days trying to repair, to repay the loan he took out to cover the loss caused by Louie. Good going. However, the ship alone wasn't even close to repaying the debt. So then, a nearby rusty spaceship detects that the bottle cap souvenir that Olimar brought back for his son was worth a lot of money. Cha-ching! Mr. Bossman over here gets a brain blast and demands that Olimar and Louie depart right back to the planet to retrieve more treasure to repay the rest of the 10,000 Pokos. But what about our family? We launch back into space. Ooh, dodged a meteor this time. Ooh, that was a close one. But then we couldn't dodge a tree. Louie got ejected from the ship and now we're all alone again. Awesome. Wait, we're not alone. John, the Pikmin, they remember us. Oh yeah, Louie's fine by the way. Yeah, so a cool feature in this game is the ability to swap between 2 characters. You can split up and cover more ground. Also, another cool thing is motion controls. A rare statement. For Pikmin 2, we played the re-released Wii version. The Wii version was part of the new Play Control series. Playing Pikmin with a Wiimote and Nunchuck is a match made in heaven. Aren't they just the cutest couple? So the Pikmin helped us reunite with Louie, along with locating our first piece of treasure, Duracell battery. That concludes day 1 of our treasure hunt adventure. We flew into orbit to avoid the enemies during the night, and arrived back early the next morning, and found a crushed can that was worth more than our spaceship. That's pretty much all we did on day 2. During day 3, we discovered a cave. Inside, there's no intimidating sun meter, so we could take our time while we navigated each floor. We retrieved a couple of pieces of treasure, but there was a slight problem. This half of a globe required a staggering 100 Pikmin to carry. We only had 50. No need to worry. We found a solution. A new breed of Pikmin. Purple Pikmin. Look at these big jungos. Not only do they pack a powerful punch when hucked at enemies, one of them counts as 10 Pikmin. So that made life easier. Cave adventure was a success. After we emerged from the cave, our research pod friend told us that we have all the time in the world to collect treasure. So you're telling us that we don't have to freak out about the amount of days? Alright, we can take our time. We flew to a new area we unlocked called Awakening Wood and spent 5 days here. We discovered 2 different berries that we used to make into power-up sprays. We recovered more treasure above ground and inside another cave. There were boss fights, cool treasures like a Nintendo floppy disk, and Game & Watch. Hey, now we have something to do on our flight home. Yeah, and not pay attention to where we're going, run into a meteor, and crash land on another mysterious planet. Let's not do that. Where am I? What? I gotta start over? It's doing really good. The best discovery we made, though, wasn't treasure or power-ups. It was a new type of Pikmin. White Pikmin. They're swift, immune to poison, and can poison enemies if eaten, and can dig up buried treasure. We traveled back to the Valley of Repose in day 9 and dug up an artichoke. Great job, everyone. That night, our boss sent us a concerning email. He is scared out of his mind by his lone agent, telling us his life is only hanging by a thread, and that we should stop slacking and hurry up. But this thing told us we could take as long as we want. Frick him. He took our SS Dolphin away. If anything, he needs to suffer like we did for 26 days. On day 10, we found another half of the globe. It contained data that revealed coordinates to a new area, so we popped in the following day to check her out. Perplexing Pool was eerily similar to Distant Spring. Let's just say we didn't spend a whole lot of time here. Yeah, we're still recovering from what we endured at the Distant Springs. Whew. Got chills, man. We ran into some familiar yellow Pikmin friends. Not only can they be thrown high in the air like in the original, but they're also immune to electricity. That means we can go back to Awakening Wood to destroy the Electric Gate and recruit blue Pikmin. Then OCD told us he's gonna puke because we kept jumping from level to level. Back to the Valley of Repose to 100%. With all the types of Pikmin and Louie on our side, we were fully prepared to pay off that debt. We accomplished nothing for 2 days. Our boss was yet again complaining about his scary debt collectors and insisted we pick up the speed. Yeah, we'll pick up the pace. Leave us alone. However, we did the complete opposite. So in this game, we don't have to fight the calendar. But we had to duke it out with our sanity because holy frick, Pikmin 2 is fucking hard. If you ever need to hire a hitman, look no further than Pikmin 2 Caves. On day 17, we paid the Frontier Cavern a little visit and had to watch poor rookie Louie die in battle. Oh, he just got slammed. Dang, play the replay on slow-mo. Now it was up to Olimar to lead the squad. Well, I guess the boss is next to join our souls because it does look like that debt isn't getting paid off anytime soon. We eventually reached the end, and what is this? This is a pregnant Bloblax giving birth to ballboard larvae. Dang, she got knocked up. What's more messed up than this sight is the fact that we had to selfishly put it down all for a shoe. What's even more messed up is that we defeated it with only 12 Pikmin left because we played like impatient amateurs. So we reset. Yes, there it is. The inevitable resetting. We reset again and again and won on our 4th try. Go us. The resets didn't stop there. We rage quit a total of 5 times in the subterranean complex cave the next day. I don't even want to talk about that place, man. I will literally leave this room and end this story right here. Anyway, after that disaster, things were looking peachy for us. Our debt is 70% paid off, and the Valley of Repose is 100% cleared. Yeah, happy OCD? Things aren't going so hot for the old boss, though. He's living under a bridge to avoid debt collectors. Debt collectors are nothing compared to the things we've seen and fought. Bro would never survive on this planet. We hit up Awakening Wood and got 1 treasure in 2 days. While our boss was making friends with animals under his new bridge home, we struck big on day 21 in the Bloblax Kingdom, hauling loads of treasure. Actual treasure, not cold sore medicine. The final boss in this cave is a familiar friend. The final boss in Pikmin 1. We killed him in 10 seconds. This cave was a grub dog theme, while the cave we explored the next day was a snaggerat theme. A lot of snaggerat bird bosses here, including the strongest snaggerat species, the pileated snaggerat. Honestly, it wasn't even that hard. Its head would look fantastic over Olimar's fireplace. We carried it back, and will you look at that, our 10,000 Pokos debt is 100% paid off. A cutscene popped up, and we had to go back home. Like, part of us was upset that we beat the game already. We barely scraped the surface of one of the levels, and there wasn't a proper final boss. I mean, it's whatever. Our boss and his company are saved, and we'll be able to go back home to see our family again, and never come back. On our way back home, we reflected on our Pikmin friends when we noticed that, wait, Louie is missing? And our boss makes us go back to search for Louie and more treasure, and he comes along for the ride. Louie is located in a new area called Wistful Wild, a fall theme level. The boss is now a playable character. Alright, we'll show you how it's done, Mr. Boss Man. Just follow our lead. Yeah, we didn't find any treasure. We ended up traveling back to Perplexing Pool to 100% before we explored Wistful Wild. You happy now? As much as we hated the boss for sending us right back to the planet that we almost died on, and for talking smack throughout this journey, we'll admit we made a pretty great team. Together, we were loading up the cargo with all different kinds of treasures, from lids to junk to food, rubber ducks, and a diamond. We tackled caves and fought a variety of bosses. Both of our lips were watering at the tasty treats we were bringing back from the submerged castle. Dang, look at that cake. Things are looking good, boss man. Let's keep this up. Hey, whoa, what the frick is this? This thing started rolling over a Pikmin like a kid riding his bike over ants. Someone needs to edit horror to the genre section of Wikipedia. Is this Pikmin or Outlast? We tried to attack it, but our Pikmin just bounced right off. We just got out of there as soon as possible, after risking our lives for the chocolate donut, of course. We explore around the next sublevel when this thing comes back. No, we can't do this again, man. We couldn't just run away with our antennas between our legs. What about the cookies? We basically had to play cat and mouse, trying to distract this creature with Olimar or Mr. Bossman, frantically blowing our whistles like, hey, over here, butterball over here. It wasn't exactly the smoothest plan, but we eventually secured the cookies. On the next sublevel, hey, here we go again. It felt like a tornado warning. We ran with the kids in our broken sewage pipes to take cover from inescapable death. We had to dodge it and falling bomb rocks. Like why? Okay, Nintendo, were the raining bomb rocks really that necessary? All this freaking out for a can of deviled ham. Come on, OCD. Echo. The final floor screamed boss fight. Oh, and we had a pretty good guess at who it could be. Yep. We tried dousing it with purple spray, but that didn't really seem to be doing anything. It's invincible. What do we even do? So we just went with the old reliable plan. Sacrifice. Chuck and Pikmin as if they meant nothing to us when we noticed they were doing damage somehow. Well, the purples are the ones who deserve the credit. For some reason, its transparent body turned into solid and was now vulnerable to any kind of Pikmin. So we take it down and it's finally over. Whoa, hey, whoa, what is this? Okay. Now it's finally dead. And yes, we both slept with our lights on in our rooms that night. The next 3 days were spent clearing out the surface of Perplexing Pool, and we got out of there as fast as possible, and we'll never be going back there ever again. Wistful Wild was kind of mean to us. Enemies guarded most of the treasures and stopped at nothing to take us out. But they didn't try hard enough. Suckers! But the surface level was nothing compared to the caves here. This one is called the Cavern of Chaos. And yeah, no way went down in here. It was littered with bosses and mini-bosses and fallen bomb rocks. Enough of the raining bomb rocks. This room was littered with Bulborb corpses. Look at this massacre. We're responsible for this. A tough pill to swallow, but it had to be done. For a can of apple juice. Speaking of tough, the last boss here was also mean to us. Only 11 Pikmin survived. The Hole of Heroes was also a nightmare to get. It's the longest cave in the entire game with 15 sublevels and almost every boss in the game. Although, the most infuriating event wasn't even a boss fight. We defeated a beady Longleg and it dropped a red gyro block that slid right into a pond. We only had 20 Pikmin with us and none of them were blue. All hope seemed lost when a small Dweevil spider picked it up. Perfect, we'll just lure it out of the pond and kill it. So we attempted to lure more over to the gyro, but they were more interested in the Dweevil's corpse. We reset, defeat the beady Longleg again, and hey, would you look at that? It landed on the ground. And alright, where's the hidden cameras? We're being pranked, right? This time, we were able to bait the spider out of his little pond, but then half our Pikmin died, and we pulled the fastest reset known in the entire West. On our next attempt, we made sure to kill him in a safe spot where no one can see. Back in the pond it went. But hold up, boss man was going ham. We took out any bystanders and collected the stupid gyro. Why did that have to be a problem? Then we easily defeated this massive, ugly spider boss with only 18 Pikmin. No sweat. It was day 40 when we finally decided to rescue Louie, who was waiting for us at the bottom of the dream den. Sorry, Louie, but apparently collecting a jar of Skippy peanut butter and fried eggs was more important. Hopefully it's not too late and you're doing okay down there, buddy. Oh, I think Louie is dead. So we went to help him when, whoa, big O spider boss. Wait. Is that Louie controlling it? Look, we're sorry we didn't search for you right away. It was the boss's fault. Yeah, we were throwing our Pikmin around, not having the slightest clue what to do. There was no HP cheese wheel or signs of indication that we were doing any damage. We were whipping out idea after idea, hoping that one of them would stick. Yeah, I don't really know what to do. Greedy. I was greedy. Or what if you have to use like yellow during certain phases and then it seems way too tedious. Try doing like one color. So, whoa, I'm freaking out. What makes sense? We went back to the drawing board and chalked up a new plan. And hey, why not? We'll include the sacrifice plan too. In the world of Pikmin, sacrifices must be made. After 20 minutes, something finally happened. Try to do like more than one piece. Wait, did something happen? Something happened. We had to attack the treasure until they fell off. Duh. We abandoned the 2 plans we put in place because if we lose more Pikmin, we won't have enough to carry the treasure back. 16 Pikmin died right away. Holy it's over. I can't do anything. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh my. There they all go. Luckily, we had 1 purple remaining. Ronnie was the chosen one. If Ronnie the purple Pikmin or 2 Pikmin perish, it's all over. Hopefully we have enough. Yeah, like what if there's one big one? Yeah, that's gonna be the problem. We slowly picked off more and more parts until there was no more to take down. Except we had to take down the actual final boss now. Okay, so now it looks like the actual boss. Now we have to do. All right, well it's over. Yeah. Oh, and we used all of our potions. So that's awesome. We literally repeated the same move throw, whistle, retreat, repeat. And somehow no Pikmin got caught in its claws. And we won! The treasures and the troublemaker Louie were carried back to the cargo, and that's that. We've collected every treasure to ever exist, and it's time for us to go home once and for all. Our Pikmin friends show us their thanks and give Olimar the feels. The end, for real this time. We get our final results back, and hey yo, whoa, yeah, don't look at the number of Pikmin that were slain. We can show you the results of all the Pikmin games after the story. Only if you promise not to make fun of us. Instead of simply buying Pikmin 3 online, we thought we'd go on a little adventure in the outside world to hunt down a copy. We also needed a Wii U gamepad charger since ours broke, so add that to the grocery list. The first store we visited was a GameStop, and oh my god, it was a wasteland. There was one dude working who looked like he hadn't slept in days, and 2 other adventurers just browsing around looking at nothing. We felt like Olimar and Louie stranded on a desolated planet. We went to the back where the Wii U games were, and this was it. This was all they had. I mean, they had Elbits, kind of like Pikmin. Yep, we're out of here. Just as we were walking out the door, we spotted a Nintendo Switch demo kiosk in the corner promoting Pikmin 4. We didn't want to spoil any of the gameplay, so we just basked in the wonderful title music for like 2 minutes and got out of there empty-handed. We hopped back in our SS minivan and traveled to a nearby retro store. Right away, we located a gamepad charger and Pikmin 3 for the Wii U. We called over an employee like we were whistling for our Pikmin to grab our treasures. The 3 of us were talking about Pikmin and how excited we all were for Pikmin 4 that was going to release the next day. She told us that she recently finished Pikmin 3 in preparation for Pikmin 4 and that she was caught off guard by the final boss. It just sort of happens. So with that advice stored in our minds and our new game and charger stashed in our hands, we traveled back home to play. This is Planet Koppai. The inhabitants here are in danger because they keep snacking on all their food and each other. If you know what we mean, because that population is booming. Their food supply is running low. So they launch a bunch of these scout vessels in space in hopes of finding another planet with food. They finally found one and called the planet PNF 404. They send 3 brave explorers on an important mission to retrieve food and bring it back. Otherwise the Koppai will go extinct and all vanish. They can't mess this up.
Something goes horribly wrong.
They mess it up. Their ship crash lands and all 3 explorers get split up. See you later, citizens of Koppai. You're all screwed. Well, guess that's that. Day 1 starts with Captain Charlie. Yeah, we don't even get to play as Olimar in this game. Bummer. He doesn't know where he is, his crewmates, or the whereabouts of the SS Drake. Instead, we bump into yellow Pikmin. Charlie hates them, but the Pikmin, they love Charlie. And then they become best friends. Aww. Like Charlie not being familiar with these creatures, we weren't familiar with these controls. Yikes. They felt stiff and not as smooth and fluent like motion controls. Maybe we'll get used to them quickly like Charlie did with the Pikmin. Okay friends, let's go find the others. We're pretty sure we got consumed by an enormous creature. Now we switch over to Alf's perspective, the crew's engineer and everyone's favorite fighter from Smash 4. Like Charlie, he also befriends some Pikmin. They built a bridge and moved a cardboard box, and we reunited with our handy dandy Kopad device. The Wii U gamepad has a map that we could interact with and scroll around. Yes, let's hear it for gamepad maps. Ooh. We spotted our ship from the map and made haste to the signal. On the way, we picked up a data file. It appears that someone else is also on this planet. Also, Brittany, the botanist, FaceTimes us to let us know that she's fine, but she's stuck and hungry, and then we lose connection. We find the SS Drake right as the sun is about to set and hear scary, spooky noises from the nocturnal predators. We flew off the surface to protect ourselves and ended day 1 with some dinner. On day 2, we followed Brittany's signal to the Garden of Hope. While getting used to our Pikmin buddies, we saw Brittany in the distance. Not sure if she's sleeping or if she's a goner. Rip Brittany. We barely knew ya. She was fine. She tells us that there is a piece of fruit nearby and that we should check it out. She can't because, well, she's stuck. Don't worry, Brittany. We'll save you. We bring our first piece of fruit back to the SS Drake and attempt to break this big glass wall that leads to Brittany. But our red Pikmin don't even make it dead. Oh, put your back into it. So we gave up and went inside this cave and got ambushed by a big old jelly booger. After defeating it, it dropped some Pikmin like it was a piñata. Wait a second. Hey yo, let's go. Hyperlert. This is a new type of Pikmin. Rock Pikmin. These hefty boys deal big damage when thrown directly at enemies and break crystal rocks and walls. With their powers, we saved our poor trapped friend. So similar to Pikmin 2, you can swap between characters in this game to spread the workflow, but you can also throw each other in this game. Wow. We snagged another piece of fruit, ended the day, and drank some juice. Oh boy, the survival factor is back. There really was a survival element in Pikmin 2, although surviving against enemies alone in that game was brutal enough. Instead of counting the days like in the first Pikmin, we had to count our food rations in this game. Now, we don't have a lot because we lost most of our juice containers when we mysteriously shipwrecked. Collecting fruit on this planet is our top priority because we can squeeze the juice out, build up rations, and return the seeds back home to cultivate them. Don't worry, Koppais, we got your back. So let's look for some more fruit. Oh yeah. and Charlie. We chased down a potential signal coming from Charlie in the Garden of Hope and discovered another data file. They were everywhere. I wonder who is leaving these all over the place. Captain Olimar! So he is in this game. Well, actually, he might have died to whatever lies ahead. No way. Olimar has endured so many battles. Who could have taken Olimar down? Huh? Oh, we had to give up mid-fight. And not because we were babies, because time was running out, okay? Our patience was running out with the Pro Controller, so we ended up going right back to the Wiimote and Nunchuck. It got dumped. We took down this big old caterpillar thing. Charlie wasn't inside, but this outdated phone was. Alf was able to use his engineering skills to integrate the device into our communication systems to broaden our signal strength. Dang, Alf, that's impressive. Okay, this time we were able to pick up Captain Charlie's signal, which was coming from the distant tundra. We were initiating the landing sequence. All systems go, Roger Dodger, and we you not. We crash. Again, how does this keep happening? Do they just put it in autopilot and play Mario Kart DS? Alf says, oh, the snow caused poor visibility. I couldn't see. That's ridiculous, Alf. We are not buying that crap. Admit you were drifting out of your mind on Figure 8 Circuit. The accident caused Brittany to fall out of the ship and down a hole. Now we're separated again and have to find a way to reconstruct a broken bridge to meet back up. It took us 3 days to build a bridge by swapping between characters and finding piles of shattered tiles. A couple more days went by as we looked high and low for the captain. We eventually came across his crash land site, which can only mean he's nearby, right? We entered a dark cave and was face to face with the monster that ate him. We'll do it tomorrow. It's getting late and boy, we were starving. Everything's fine. We marched straight back to fight the moth and yay, Charlie, what's up, my boy? He was all like, all right, let's go home. And we were like, dude, we can't. We don't even have the cosmic drive key. It's lost. And then he was all like, there's this data file in the belly of the monster. It was a journal entry from Captain Olimar. Apparently, Olimar found this key and plans to take it back home as a souvenir for his son. We literally need that key to take us home. Olimar must have landed on this planet right before we did. And right now, he's on our most wanted list. The Mega Exo Boom Dozer Blaster. That's gotta blast through that space helmet, dude. I mean, the whistle darts, that sounds pretty crazy. Actually, scroll back up to the Fortnite one. Oh, wait, no, Minecraft Stormlander. That one looks sick. But this one's shaped like a dinosaur. Yeah, but it doesn't come with safety glasses. Do they have the Tommy 20 on here? Luckily, we received a potential lead to where he might be snooping around. Tropical Wild, home of Alf's Crashland site. We begin our investigation by splitting up into 3 solo teams to survey the unfamiliar landscape. A unique feature in this game is the option to command each character by giving them a destination. We can make Alf go over here, and he'll automatically walk there, while we can play as another character. We ended up successfully hunting down where the signal was coming from. Another big old flip phone. Though Charlie was having a horrible time dealing with the sandworm. Again, we ran out of daylight and tripped and fell and accidentally pressed retry. Still got the band-aid. We didn't do what you were supposed to do and cheesed our way to victory. We also don't know why we made Charlie solo this all by himself. Maybe Charlie wanted to show off and be cool to earn the respect of his fellow comrades because they dog on him. We bring the phone back to the SS Drake for Alf to perform his magic. It detects a new signal from a new area. First, we had to clean the mess that we caused and to get an avocado. Before we landed on Twilight River, we had a quick briefing from inside the SS Drake, like we always do before a mission. These usually consist of us discussing plans and our discoveries and berating Captain Charlie. See, Alf and Brittany treat him like dirt, especially Brittany. She has that mean girl, bad bitch energy. Brittany's worried that Olimar is going to steal our food supply and that we should be careful. Olimar would never do such a thing. Well, he should be nearby, so we'll probably catch him before he does something malicious. Might not be foreshadowed. We failed to retrieve any fruit on our first day here, but that's alright. Look at how much we're packing. We're fine. The following day, after Brittany talks down and Charlie, we finished fixing a bridge that led us to a new color of onion. These Pikmin look a bit different. These pink fellows are called winged Pikmin. They can fly, carry objects over water, and specialize in aerial combat. Thanks to them, they open a new pathway for us. But then we received a mysterious FaceTime call from Louie? What is he doing in this gosh darn game? It was a desperate call for help that we somehow intercepted. He told us he was sitting on top of a large tree, and then the communications were abruptly cut when a monster attacked him. We know it's Louie, but the crewmates here, they believe it's Captain Olimar. So we went over to the distress call, but had to rebuild another bridge in order to reach the top of the tree. While looking for tiles, we got a bit distracted. So distracted that we randomly went back to the Garden of Hope for a day for no reason. A couple of days later, we finally found the last pile of bridge tiles. On top of the tree, we met a queen bee creature. This battle was a bit hectic. The mini bees would kidnap our Pikmin, and we had to frantically throw a Pikmin to save them. Meanwhile, Brittany was busy getting a pair. The winged Pikmin show off their skills, and we snag the dub. We carry Louie, Captain Olimar, back to the Drake. Except he's in sleep mode, so we couldn't force him to talk and give us our key back. So we'll just kick back, drink some juice, and interrogate him in the morning. Boom, the next morning, Louie jumps out of the ship in a panic, like he just did something bad, and runs off. Boom! A loud explosion in the nearby distance wakes us all up. Louie escaped. All 29 containers of our juice are missing. Worst of all, Charlie's special rubber duck is gone. Gone. Maybe we should have just let Brittany take care of Louie the day before. We learned from Pikmin 2 that Louie is a filthy little glutton. He's obsessed with food. He'd spread impressed Ball Black's liver juices on sesame crackers and eat it for a bedtime snack. This guy's an animal. Yeah, and apparently his little accident that caused Hocotate Freights to go bankrupt was a lie. No space rabbits ate his supply of pick carrots. It was him. Our new mission, hunt Louie. Olimar, down and condemn him to death. Oh, whoa, no, just capture him and get our food supply and our key back. That works too. So we followed the sound of the explosion and recruited some blue Pikmin. And then we didn't really do anything else. It was just a few days ago that we felt so comfortable with our abundant supply of juice. Now we only have one. Do I feel panic and anxiety creeping in? Yep, there they are. Welcome to the party. We have stale crackers, but no juice. So yeah, help yourself. So on a rainy, dreary day 26, we felt it was necessary to put a slight pause on our hunt for Olimar and snoop around for some fruit and take pictures. All right, gang, get together. Let's go. John, a little closer. All right. Say monkey balls. He's going to Grandma Jones. On the brink of starvation, but still having fun. LOL. John, smile. John. Whoa. We should probably get back to work. Yeah, actually, these memories kind of suck. Day 29. We take a tour around a monkey swamp. To our right are the remains of the ship from Pikmin 2. And over to the middle is a colossal chunk of land that slurped up loads of Pikmin, and we tripped and fell over the Wii U charger cord and reset. Trust me. You do not want to see my rug. We took it down, and it coughed up a very big melon and the troublemaker himself. We took the food thief back to the SS Drake for a heated interrogation. Give us back our juice, Lou. Yeah, where's the cosmic drive key? Is that in your pocket? You're not really Captain Olimar, are you? Where the f*** is our rubber ducky? Tell us, Louie. So, we ended up getting our food supply back and a rubber ducky, but not the key because we learned that he is at Olimar. But his space partner, Louie. We know. Louie tells us the exact location of Olimar's whereabouts in a new area called the Formidable Oak. We couldn't help ourselves and went back to the Garden of Hope instead to collect the last fruit. Then we visited the Formidable Oak. Moments later, we found Olimar. There he is. We didn't know if he was catching some Z's or if this odd golden blob wraith looking fella snapped his neck. Hey buddy, why don't you just back off? Oh, the fuck? After a quick and successful 3-in-1 brawl, we finally have Olimar in our possession. Alright, awesome. All that's left to do is pick him up and carry him back to the Drake. Except the Pikmin seem to be confused on how to do that. Just put him on the geyser. It's right there. Sounds easy. Brittany suggests that she'll lead the Pikmin to the SS Drake. There's Harrowing Cave while Alpha and Charlie cover her. But there's a geyser like right there, and I'm sure it'll work. So we enter the cave, and 20 steps in, we got jump scared by the Golden Wraith, who transforms into a jump lob and chases us. Say cheese, everyone. All right, now everybody run! We're running for our lives, and then we ran to a dead end. Olimar gets sucked up. We put our lives on the line to retrieve him back. And then, honestly, we had no idea what we were doing. The countdown ticks down, and I guess we just toss Olimar's limp body on the ground, and we leave. Okay. So wait, that means we had to just wait on the geyser to come back, and can we just put Olimar on the geyser with us too and take him back? I mean, it's fine, whatever. So after doing all of that, something felt a bit off, and that's when Mike and I realized something. The three of us were talking about Pikmin, and that shit was caught off guard by the final boss. It just sort of happens. We were not ready. We still have to collect all the fruit. We went 100% of Pikmin 1 and 2, and we will never live with ourselves if we don't do the same for Pikmin 3. Never! So actually, Charlie, shut up. Here's what we're gonna do. Go back and retrieve all of the fruit. Montage time. Never mind. It took us 13 days to do all that. Well, there's only one thing left to do. We flew right back to the place where we abandoned Olimar. Everyone was assigned their own jobs. Alpha and Charlie went ahead to clear obstacles and locate the exit. Brittany's responsibility was to run around in circles to distract the golden blob. Matt and I also gave ourselves our own tasks. Matt played, and Mike used the gamepad to keep an eye out for the golden blob as well as commanding the crew. Everything seemed to be set in order, but it was a disaster. This is just not looking good. We thought we had this under control. Where's Charlie going? Hold on. We got a problem. So wait, do we have to get Olimar back? Like, what are we doing? Don't have enough time. No. Whoa. Okay, I got it. We always had this idea that Pikmin games were, so cute and innocent. Like, oh my gosh, there's flowers. We're telling you, Pikmin games are survival horror games. On the following day, Matt and I wanted to try something. The geyser. Yeah, Brittany said, that's not gonna work, but maybe it just will. It didn't. Plan completely backfired. Olimar was abducted and the Wraith escaped. Later. The end. Well, that was day 46. Day 47 was a bit more under control. Brittany was busy entertaining the plasma wraith like she was running a 5K. Alpha and Charlie were spelunking in the cave, finishing the final touches. We then discovered the exit. However, the day was at its rope. Tomorrow shall be our final adventure. Day 48. We make a beeline towards the end of the cave with the wraith closing in on us. We had to update our Instagram story first, of course, before escaping. Alright, freedom! Time to go back home. Never mind. The wraith grows big, like it ate a mega mushroom and began its assault. We were attacking, eating up the globs of sludge to prevent it from regenerating, like we were at a Golden Corral buffet. This isn't all you can eat. 24/7. Then all hell broke loose. This is not good. Not good. Not good. Losing a lot. Why is this on fire? Bad panic. Oh my god, this is just chaos. Guys, no, they're gonna get crushed. Oh no, guys. Come on. Where is what is it? What is going on? Red. Yellows now. Oh my god, this is insane. You have like one yellow. So wait, is Brittany on the ground? They're just Charlie's out. He's out to lunch. He's giving up. Get up, you lazy slacker. So we gave them something to do. Brittany left to get reinforcements, but when she came back, she ran straight into the fire. Chaos was littered all over the battlefield. We were warned to hurry up because the sun was about to set. Brittany took another break, and Charlie was freaking out and flailing all around. But Alf came to the rescue and delivered the final blow. Olimar is saved. He thanked us for rescuing him and Louie, and he hoped that Louie didn't take any of our food. That's exactly what he did. He apologized and showed us his thanks by giving us a piece of treasure. Wait, no, this is the Cosmic Drive key. Now we can go back home. We offer Olimar and Louie a ride and lift off. Goodbye, Pikmin. Planet Kopai is now saved. Yay, we did it. The end. Let's be real. There was a good chance that the citizens of Kopai went extinct because we spent nearly 50 days dicking off. Yeah, our bad. The pre-order bonuses for Pikmin 4 went extinct because we waited too long to snag a fun little collectible, like the freaking water bottle, and then we suffered extreme depression. I mean, we would have just thrown it on the shelf and said, yep, that looks pretty good. Our depression dissipated when we saw that we can play in co-op. Not really. Player 2 just shoots rocks. So we begin with Olimar recounting his story of how he crash-landed on an unknown planet. He finds Pikmin and a dog that help him gather his scattered ship parts. There's one more remaining, and that piece is inside the house from Hot Wheels Stunt Truck Grabber. Oh, this was so cool. We get to play as Olimar again as we wandered around the house like an ant and fought a porcupine enemy on a coffee table. It was reminiscent of the days of playing with our Lego guys around the house. After a victorious battle, we got our Instellar radio back. Oh yeah, it's jazz time. No, actually, it's time to call for help. So we send out an SOS signal and our voyage logs in hopes that someone will save us. This signal reaches an organization called the Rescue Corps. They literally specialize in saving people. So Olimar should be saved with no problems. The ship crashes instantaneously. All hope is lost. The end. Wait! There was still one rescue officer remaining at the HQ. A rookie. You. Us? That's right. It's up to us. We created our character and set off on our mission. Rescue the rescuing officers and Olimar. We shipwrecked and died. Just kidding. We made history as the first person to ever land on this planet. We're the chosen ones. Day 1 was a fat day, so keep up. The first, and most important, rescue officer we saved was the rookie space pup. Oh gee. Alright, let's go back home. The end. Dang, what a good game. Wait, no. This is the year of Pikmin. We have to beat all 4 Pikmin games before the year ends. Come on, put it back. We have to beat the whole game. Shortly afterwards, we found Colin, the communication operator, Shepard, the captain, and leader of the bunch, and the spaceship, the SS Shepard. The good news is, the ship is fully intact, so we don't have to hunt down ship parts. The bad news is, the engine overheated and is about to explode. But there's good news about that. The engine can be repaired. It just needs a bit of energy. Olimar's voyage log mentions something about how there's sparkling treasures containing sparklium. So we find red Pikmin, a crisp blue Game Boy SP that knocked Matt out cold with a nostalgia punch to the dome, and a bike bell. We extracted the sparklium from those treasures and voila, we got the ship running again. However, it wasn't enough to fly the ship, only to use the radar to pick up nearby stress signals. We held a strategy meeting at the crack of dawn the next day, where we were tasked to fly to the sun-speckled terrace to investigate the SOS signals we picked up from them. And we were sitting there thinking that the levels in Pikmin 3 felt big. This is huge! So big that you can move your base to different parts of the map. Whoa. The first thing we did was pick up a scent from a member of the rescue corps, thanks to our good boy Ochi. This scent was coming from the Frost Cavern where we rescued Russ the scientist. Yeah, sorry Russ buddy boy, the spotlight isn't on you. And said, shine it on the new species of Pikmin we found. Ice Pikmin! Whoa! They freeze enemies and bodies of water and rush a spotlight. After collecting a couple treasures down here and on the surface, we head back to base camp. The next day was the best day because Ochi grew overnight and we can now ride him like a horse. On day 5, we encountered something strange. A Pikmin-looking humanoid who looks awfully similar to Olimar. This creature and his dog dragged someone into a cave and turned them into a Pikmin person too. Whoa, what the... The Olimar Pikmin person thing started going on a tangent about being one with Dandori and the power of the leaves or something like some weird cult ritual spiel. I don't know. He wanted to test our Dandori skills to see if we don't need the power of the leaves. Whoa, wait, what? He wants to turn us into that if we fail? What's Dandori? Basically, Dandori is all about strategically planning, organization, and working effectively to carry out tasks. The objective of this little challenge is to bring anything we can get our hands on back to our onion for some points. Kind of like football, but it's not. We demolished him! God, embarrassing. Our prize for winning was the Leafland person that was held hostage. However, we couldn't identify who this was and needed to find the doctor to help us out with this predicament. So just lay on the dirt in the meantime, buddy. All right, we'll come back for you. The next day, we find a castaway, but it's not the doctor. It's just Shoals. Shepard hoped that this was the only non-rescue corpse castaway. Actually, no, there's over 40 of them. Yeah, we found another rando in a different cave. And yellow Pikmin. Apparently, Olimar's voyage log that he sent out with his SOS attracted adventurers from all over to fly out to this planet for their own desires. But they were all shipwrecked. Who would have guessed? Either there's a mystery with PNF 404, or everyone was a bit too distracted playing Among Us. Come on, guys, you got a ship to fly. At the end of the day, we were able to accumulate enough sparklium to expand the radar search signal. Though we spent a few more days in the Sun Speckle Terrace and ended up finding Dingo the Ranger. You're not the doctor, so we don't really care about you, Dingo. We then took our search to Blossoming Arcadia on day 9 and stumbled upon the strange Leafling fella again who challenged us to another Dandori battle. Our prize this time was another Leafling castaway, potentially the pilot, but we need the doctor. Fast forward a few days, we finally made contact with the doc. He was on a block of wood inside a cave. How did you even get up there? Oh, you skipped the part where we found a potato on day 11. The next morning, Yanni the doctor drops the news that he had been studying a specimen that he called luminol that only appears at night. These things release a sap in the morning. When consumed, it breaks down leaves. This could be a great science fair project. You're talking to 2 back-to-back state qualifiers, so you know we're onto something. Dingo here was a big old dingus and drank all the sap that Yanni collected, so you know little old rookie here is gonna have to harvest more extract and save the day once again. Which means we have to go on night expeditions. Did someone say night expeditions? For the first time in Pikmin history, players can roam around at night. A new type of Pikmin joined our team called Glow Pikmin, who help us take out the bad boys and girls. Night expeditions require us to guard this dirt mound until sunrise. Kinda like a tower defense game. Yeah, that doesn't seem so bad. We've played plenty of Club Penguin System Defender back in our day, so that should be a piece of cake. Okay, so we freaked out a bit, but everything was all good. Alright, Yanni, listen here. We pulled an all-nighter and up our sleep schedule for you. Now transform the pilot back to normal, please. It was just some dude named Gorgwin. This is a contractor, not a pilot. So we head off to a place called the Serene Shores to hunt down the Olimar Leafling to get more info on where Bernard the pilot may be. There he is! Go on, get him up, get him up! Another Dandori challenge took place and oh man, we were not looking so good. Yikes! With just under 2 minutes remaining, we secured the golden sniffer for a fat 30 points to take the lead. Let's go! Let's go! But then we lost our lead 10 seconds later. But then we gained it back 5 seconds later. Then we demolished him again and ran downstairs to tell our mom. She didn't care. Yeah, and we didn't care about bringing the potential pilot back to normal yet because look how beautiful this place is. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. Is somebody saying a little bit of a vacation? Man, there was just so much to do. We wanted to go underwater, climb up the Sky Raven sandcastle, get a banana, potassium, baby. We dove down a cave to do some exploring, you know, look around, find some cool treasures, and a bunch of junk. Vacation was going great. Wait, why does this room look familiar? Familiar. Well, our best friend is back, so yeah, that's cool. Yeah, kind of hoping to never see you again, but okay, yeah, nope, never mind. We just have to get out of here. No, whoa, we gotta get the sweet potato. Colin, shut your mouth. We're not leaving this floor until we get the sweet potato, god damn it. The Wraith continued its stalk, and the deeper we progressed, no surprise there. On one floor, he spawned, and within seconds, 10 Pikmin minding their own business got smashed like they were a side of mashed sweet potato served on a Thanksgiving night. So we cowered, waiting for the perfect time to selfishly force our Pikmin to carry pointless treasures back to the SS Beagle. We kinda don't have a choice here, Pikmin. We're the ones who are in real danger here if we don't bring this Laquat and Apple back. Let's go. Inch by inch, we were making it close to the SS Beagle. Hey, I don't know. Wait, no. It's coming. It's coming back. You know the drill. Running high. Bobby Dame. Looks like we're going to be smashed into a filling for an apple and Laquat pie. Sure, for dessert on a Thanksgiving night. This was the moment where our Pikmin journey sadly ends. It's been a fun run, but it's over.
引っこ抜かれてあなただけについてゆく今日 運ぶ戦う増えるそして食べられるほったか
We really are the chosen ones. We brought the crap back and peaced out. Oh, we forgot about the raw material. Time to risk your lives again, little guys. We don't want to hear no complaining. We recruited purple Pikmin, and the final floor screamed boss fight. Oh, and we had a pretty good guess at who it could be. Yep. This fight is for all the Pikmin that you've slain. But not only from Pikmin 4, but from Pikmin 2 as well. So we're coming for that ass, boy! Yeah, he kind of just gave us a copy of Wave Race for GameCube to show his forgiveness. We wanted to send him a thank you card, but we don't really know the address to hell, so... Alright, that's enough vacation time. We got the medicine and healed the leafling. Turns out it was the pilot. All the rescue officers are saved by a rookie who's the only one who knows how to land a ship. Embarrassing. We then received a lead to where Olimar might be hiding. The house. Alright, let's save Olimar once and for all. Hold on, just give us a few more days to 100% Serene Shores. Gosh. Day 32. We arrived inside the hero's hideaway and picked up Olimar's scent. We suspected that Olimar is hiding in this bunker that we can't open unless we figure out the lock combination. Apparently, he's resting here while his dog, Moss, patrols the streets to look for Pikmin to add to his collection. So the leafling is actually Olimar then, right? The lock code lies within 3 cards that we must find. We found one not long after we landed here. The next day, we rode some Sonic rails to the stairs and located the second card. Then 5 days go by and no signs of the last remaining card. However, we finally spot it, but choked during the retrieval and ran out of time. That one was on me. I take blame for that one. We came back the next day and the card was right where we left it. We punched in the final code to reveal plot twist Louie. Nah, Olimar was the leafling the whole time. At least we think. He tells us that he has one last remaining challenge waiting for us. The Leafy Showdown. To determine who the true Dandori Master is. In the blue corner, you have us. In the red corner, you have Olimar. We think, at least. We had a solid start as we both just went in, grabbing everything in sight and shooting pebbles like it was a super soaked squirt gun out in the backyard. Moss, I am so sorry. But he was slowly catching up. Oh, no you don't, buddy boy. So we delivered a sneak bomb to his onion and blew his base to bits. We ran away with the dub and won 169 to 87. We called our dad right away while he was at work to tell him the news. He hung up. The leafling leaks the news that he's Captain Olimar and just wants to go home to his wife and kids. Moss says, I'm out. And we escort Olimar back to the base. We obtained some sap from the top of the sandcastle and used it to heal Olimar the next morning. We did it. Everyone just shut up. Let's just get out of here. Later, Pikmin, we are going home. Whew, another Pikmin game down. And a lot to say about this one. Overall, it was really amazing. There's just so much content, just so much to do. Wait, Louie? We couldn't go back home because at one point during our expedition, Ochi's tail turned into a leaf. Organisms with this type of leaf can't leave this planet. So now, our new mission was to search for a veterinarian and her crew in an unexplored area. We had to deal with Louie, the troublemaker, who ran off with the crew's unconscious bodies. What? This guy is... crazy. Why you always gotta be starting drama, Louie? Yeah, what's your beef? We ended up saving 2 of the 3 members, but of course, they aren't who we're looking for. York strengthened our signal to see if we could come in contact with Nelly, and holy apple in the quat pie. There was another level. We travel into the deeper part of the woods, and there they are. Louie, Moss, and Nelly. What is Louie up to? Yeah, let's 100% this level first, and then we'll find out. The final battle. A Dandori battle against Louie and Moss. We were losing pretty bad. But can you believe we took the lead with 10 seconds and won? We just had to visit our grandma to tell her the wonderful news. She slammed the door in our faces. Louie ran off, but Moss stayed back this time, like she felt bad for the troubles that she caused. Bad girl. Nelly and her brilliant veterinarian Brine suggest that we need cells from another dog, like Moss. However, the results were negative because Moss is already leafified. Great, another bust. Turns out, we need cells from a normal dog. Where could we find one? Louie. Back to the primordial thicket we went, where we followed Louie's scent and discovered a cave called Cavern for a King. Now, this should have been an exciting moment for us, but we were in a state of panic. If you remember, this is the year of Pikmin. We have to beat all 4 Pikmin games before the year ends. It was 11 p.m. on New Year's Eve. Yeah, we didn't get invited to any New Year's Eve parties, and yeah, this is how we spent ours. So, no matter what, we had to beat this game before the ball dropped. There's 20 sub-levels here, but practically every floor featured a boss battle. We were taking turns controlling the rookie and the Pebble Blaster, constantly checking the time. After blasting our way through 19 floors, we finally made it on the final floor, where Louie was waiting for us with his new best friend. Big boy. Louie, your troublemaking nonsense ends here. You're cornered and nowhere to run. Give up and hand the dog over so we can all return home in peace. Does that make this difficult? Alright? Oh, what'd you expect? Of course Louie had to make it difficult. There was less than 20 minutes until the year ended, and we had to fight our way through, 5 phases. One phase he went on a wild rampage. There was ice and lightning, fire, and even a phase where he flies and shoots gloomy blobs, and a hyper beam that instant killed our Pikmin. Time was ticking and ticking as we barely squeezed through an opening and dodged his hyper gloom beam. We yanked him onto the ground, where we gave one more belly rub and a barrage of pellets. Time! It was 11:58 p.m. We did it! The year of Pikmin was a success! We just had to tell the great news to our dogs because they're the only ones who listen to us. Pretty sure they had no idea what we were talking about and just wanted a treat. So yeah, we got DNA from the collar that the ancient beast dropped. And Oji's tail turned back to normal. All treasures collected, all castaways saved. Time to go home for real this time. The end. Can't wait until my next adventure, says Olimar. Pikmin 5. Alright, listen to this. A family space station gone wrong. So that was the year of Pikmin. Now, Mike and I owe an apology to our childhood friend because dang, the Pikmin games are not boring. Matt and I now consider ourselves proud fans of the series. All 4 games had so much to appreciate. We could keep going on and on and on about the things we love about each game, but sometimes less is best. Yeah, less Pikmin deaths would have been nice. Ooh, we are absolutely going to hell for that. No doubt. But look on the bright side. We'll at least be able to give the water at the thank you card.